Okay, so today's notes is 4.8, division of decimals. Your rule, you're not allowed to have the decimal in the divisor. The divisor is the outside number, the dividend is the inside, it's inside the box, and the quotient is your answer. So no decimals allowed in your divisor or on the outside number. So step 1, move the decimal in the divisor to the right until you get to the whole number. This means like you want a whole dollar, not no cents allowed. Step 2, move the decimal in the dividend to the right that many places. So what you do the outside in the divisor, you must do the dividend or what's inside the box. Step 3 is to hop the decimal up to the answer space. So it means that you have whatever the decimal is, you must move it up to your answer under your quotient. And step 4 is to divide. Let's look at your example. 4.2 divided by 0.3. So here I would write 4.2 divided by 0.3. I make a line here so I know what's inside and then I know what's on the outside. So 4.2 is my dividend and 0.3 is my divisor. Remember, we need to make this a whole dollar, so not 30 cents. So you move the decimal over once to make it $3. What you do to the outside, you must do the inside in the dividend, so you move it over once, bring that decimal straight up. Now you can divide. 3 goes into 4 once, multiply 1 times 3 is 3, subtract and you get a 1. Bring down the 2. 3 goes into 12, 4 times 3 is 12, subtract and you get a 0. So your answer is 14. Let's look at example 2. You have 365 divided by 1.2. So here I make my line. 365 is the dividend, 1.2 is the divisor. Remember, we don't want any cents because this is really $1.20, but we want to make it $12, so you move this over to make it 12. You moved it over once. You got to remember, where is the decimal on 365? Well, remember, it's $365, so that means it's at the end. Move the decimal over once, so that means you have to add a 0. Bring that decimal straight up. Now you can divide. 12 goes into 36 3 times. 3 times 12 is 36. Subtract 0. Bring down the 5. Here's where a lot of you guys go wrong. You say 12 doesn't go into 5, so then you automatically bring down that 0. You have to divide. 12 goes into 5 0 times. 0 times 12 is 0. Subtract and you get a 5. Now you can bring down the next 0. 12 goes into 50 4 times, which is 48. Subtract and you get a 2. Remember, you still can add 3 zeros after the decimal. Bring down the next 0. 12 goes into 20 once, which is 12. Subtract and you get an 8. Bring down the next 0. 12 goes into 80. Oops, sorry, you guys can't see that. 12 goes into 80 6 times, which is 72. Subtract and you get 8 and bring down the last 0. 12 goes into 80 6 times. Now this 6 is going to tell this 6 to go up because it's a 5 and up means that the number goes up 1. So my answer is 304.17. Right, here's your last example. 30.02 divided by 1.23. Okay, so 30.02 is inside and 1.23 is my divisor. And 30.02. Right, remember we want to make this a whole dollar, so that means that it has to move over 2 places. And what you do the outside, you must do the inside, so bring it over 2 and put that decimal up. 123 goes into, doesn't go into 3, doesn't go into 30, but 300 twice. So this would be 6, this is 4, and this is twice. Subtract, and you get 54. Bring down the 2. Let's try 4 times. This is 12, carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. And 4 times 1 is 4. Subtract, and I get 50. Add your 3 zeros. Bring down the next 0. 123 goes into 50. Say 4 times again. We know it's 492. Subtract, and you get 8. Bring down the next 0. 123 goes into 80. It does not, so put a 0. Now you can bring down the last 0. 123 goes into 800. Let's see, 7. Let's try 7. 7 is 21, carry the 2 is 14, 15, 16, carry the 1. So it has to be 6 times. So 6 times 3 is 18, carry the 1. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. And 6 times 1 would be 7. Alright, this 6 is going to tell this 0 to go up 1, so my answer is 24.41.